Okay, for lesson 4, I was reading and reading and reading, and there's only one thing that he's telling in that whole lesson. So let me share the slide and then we will go straight to the lesson discussion. You all can see the slides? Can you all see the slides?
No, Akka.
Yeah. Okay. Let me every week I'm doing the same thing, I still don't know how to share. Oh, yeah. Can you see now?
No, Akka. Nothing is coming.
Okay. Something is wrong.
Yeah, something is happening. It says that you have started sharing the screen, but we are not able to see
You're
it.
not able to see, right? Oh.
Yeah.
I also don't know why. I am sharing. Okay, let's give a few moments and see whether it's coming out or not. Just loading. Okay. Can you see now?
It works. Yes, it works.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, my humble pronouns to everyone. Thank you for joining me for another discussion on this soul plans and soul purposes by Sonia Chuckett. And let's go to the next one. Okay, so far we have learned all this. Lesson number 1, lesson number 2, lesson number 3. So last week we were talking about thought creates, and our sole purpose is to create intentionally. So I wanted you all to start from the student level. So let us master that, and then we go to apprentice, and then we go to journeyman, and so on. You see? So the reason I wanted you all to do this is because this is something very, very important in our life, because our sole purpose, one of our sole purpose is to co-create something we want. So when we are to create our life, we must be very, very careful. That is the reason I said go with from the start, from student. Once you have mastered the student, then you go to apprentice, and then once you've mastered that, go to journeyman, and so on. So some of you have already started doing the apprentice, and at the end of the session, we'll talk about it, okay? So now let's go to the next one. Basically, what he's telling in the whole chapter is change our feelings. He said to create something, we must engage in our feelings. I think even Dr. Joe Dispenza was telling us, that if we are to do something, if you are to create something, we have to feel, imagine that it has already happened. And to tell you the truth, I tried doing it, but I couldn't have that kind of feeling. So probably in this book, I might learn the secret of it. So he said you have to change the feeling for you to create. So he said merely wanting something using our mind, the guide is telling it does not work. So thought is actually helping us to organize the desire. Unless feeling is attached, it does not work. Okay. And then the guide said something about this. They say a dream is a gift from God. When you got when you have a great yearning for something, your mind joins your heart and usher it for fulfillment. So what it says is, when the earning is there, the heart, you must have the feeling in your heart. So connecting mind to heart is essential for the creative power to be released. So now I want you all to think back to your life. Have you ever had this kind of situation where something manifested out of it? I want to share something about mine. Years ago, I think in my STPM years, sorry, after my Form 5, we were traveling in a bus in Penang, and there I saw USM, and I told myself, I must come and learn in this university. So for that, I felt it in my heart, and then I worked towards it. And worked towards it means I aced my exam, and I took whatever classes that I had to go and everything. And then in the end, I put NU as my first choice, but in the end, I ended up in USF. So I didn't realize that, until I went to US and said, oh my God, this is what I wanted, So the yearning was there, the feeling was there, everything was there. So I managed to get it. Okay. So now I'm going to share again. Can you all see? I think it'll come out. It will come out.
Okay, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now next to the next one. Okay, here they have given a lot of cases now. They said Jessica's case. And instead of me talking about the case, can anyone volunteer to talk about the case? Because every day you're listening to my own voice, it won't be that interesting. So if anybody wants to share, it'll be good.
I can do that, Ka.
Yes, please.
It's Jessica's case, right?
Yes.
But I need to see your screen, I think.
You have to see my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, still getting it. Just a moment.
One moment, it will come.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Jessica's case. Jessica, the key to her achievement was that the project was driven by her heart, not her mind. She was passionate, that she worked every day and was enthusiastic all the time. Her energy was intense, exciting, and contagious. The projects kept marching forward, step by step, gaining momentum and support along the way. She succeeded in her intentions because she loved her creations, and her feelings attracted endless eagerness from others.
Okay. So what exactly is happening is exactly how I felt, I think someone's okay, let me mute myself. Sorry, I don't know how to give access to the co-host. That's why I'm having a little bit of issues here. Okay, Jessica's case was exactly like how I felt, there was too much of emotion, too much of feelings, and I worked hard towards getting something. So the same thing, she had a lot of energy, she worked, she put her mind, she put her heart into it, and she succeeded in every step. So what the guide is telling is when you are contagious, when you're feeling, when you're feeling the desire, you want it to happen, and you will actually get people to help you out in getting it in materializing your desire. Okay, the next one is Susan's case. Story of Susan is she's equally talented, but her heart was not in the project. So whenever she did something, she was just doing it because she had to do it, not because she put her heart and mind into it. So because of that, her project was not successful. But whenever she put her heart into the project, I think she won one or two playwriting contests. So what is telling here is, from case your feeling, your ego, they say your feeling nature is the one that is pushing your creative process, not your ego or intellect. So if you try to manifest something through sheer willpower, rather than trusting and following a desire, he says a mind goes round and round in circles try to figure things out, and it will only succeed in causing anxiety and worry. And I think throughout our life, this is what we have been doing. I feel that I've been doing, throughout the 40, 60, 50 lives that I have led, not 50 lives, 50 years of life that I've led. This is what I've been doing. We try to manifest something through our willpower because we didn't know. I didn't understand the secret of manifesting. Now only at the age, now I'm finding the secret, and I find it very, very interesting, and that's the reason I'm very, very interested in sharing this book with all of you, because I want all of you to co-create. So let us co-create from the beginning. Do not rush into this subject. We do it in a slow motion, so slowly until we understand how we can do it successfully. That's the most important thing, is successfully. Last week we talked about intent. So this week we are supposed to create a feeling, a desire, to make sure our manifestation works. Okay. The fire of imagination which you need to move an idea forward into reality come from the heart. It's like the heart and mind coherence. That's what you need to do. You need to have for you to have a successful manifestation. Storm's story also talking about how he was not able to create something that he wanted. I think you all have read this, yeah. So I don't want to talk more about this. Okay. I think my wordings are so big until I cannot read. Can someone volunteer to read,
Okay, Kyle, read.
please?
From your ego, is it?
No,
Your
the
ego
first
is-
one. The first,
First time.
the first paragraph. This one.
I can't see the whole screen.
You cannot see the whole screen. So
I can only see from frustration, worry, depression.
okay, can.
Frustration, worry, depression, anxiety. It is because the essential head to heart, mind to soul connection is not established. Your
Okay,
ego is
sorry.
Continue.
I'll share this later with you all, so you all can have a look. Okay, I'll make it smaller. Okay, continue, Ma. Sorry.
Your ego is spinning out of control while the heart still sits dormant. Your mind is fruitlessly striving to provide the fuel you need to succeed, when in fact the required energy and desire can only come from your feeling nature. Attempting to create solely on an intellectual level is likely trying to start a fire without a match.
Okay, exactly what they're telling is feeling. Feeling is the most important thing. Your intellectual and ego does not work when you want to co-create something. Okay, so now let's look at the next one. Story of Sylvia and Derek. Sylvia and Derek's story is exactly like, I think, when I was reading it, I felt like I was reading my life. We want to do something creative, but we don't want to go about doing it because we are scared what will happen. For example, Derek is a lawyer. He is not happy about the work. He wanted to spend more time with the family, but he couldn't because he had to support Sylvia and the child. Sylvia wanted to take care of a child, and at the same time, I think she wants to be co-create, do something, but she didn't want because she wanted to take care of the child. So this conflicting of emotion was happening between them. So at the end, what happened? They split up. Okay, so I think that's what happening in most of our life. We don't know how to co-create. For example, let's say when we feel that we need to do something. 20 years back, my husband was working, I was working, and I I had by the time I had 3 kids, and I wanted to stop my job. My husband said don't because we need the finance, but the job was not giving me the satisfaction, and I was not getting the money. Sorry, we had the money, but we were not happy. He was not able to take care of the children because he was in the police force and he was working 24/7. So I looked at the situation. At that time, I think I was a bit enlightened that time itself, I think. So I realized that I grew up with mother who was always working and didn't have my mother's love, and I did not feel the family unity when I was young because we were brought up in somebody's house, and I never felt the mother's love. Even though my mom, I knew that my mother loves me and I love my mother, but we didn't have that connection. And I told myself, okay, I don't want to create this kind of situation for my family. I quit the job even though it was paying very well. And I started doing some part-time job to support myself. So you see, so when you have the intention to create something, go ahead and do it. Okay, do not wait for the time to come. It will never come. Okay, so Erica, talk about Erica. Erica is a talented esthetician, I cannot pronounce that, sorry, who loved her work so much that she was always looking for ways to create something different for her clients and kept on pursuing her dreams. I think what I did that time. Okay, so every single cases that we study kind of gives us an idea about how our life is. Okay, here the what do you call, the guide is asking us to imagine our mind like a car that can only take you to the things that you want. Your feelings are like a fuel that fires up and gets it moving. If you do not fully engage your emotion as a driving force behind your intentions, your creativity remains idle and dormant. Okay, this is very, very applicable to every one of you. When you think of something, you must have the desire, you must have the spark to push that thing to happen. Okay, I think some of you are already doing that. Today, recently I read about Shema's case. Shema, I really want you to share the case later. Okay,
Okay.
and okay, and then they talked about what is the situation of student, apprentice, and so on. Okay, I want all of you to look at it. Okay, look at it at this thing. If you're overwhelmed with fear, anxiety, and worry, you are still a student. Okay, but if your heart, if you agree that heart matters, but want to listen to it only if it's easy, worrisome, but still fumble forward while trying to follow your yearnings, wish you could pay more attention to your heart, but your brain keeps interrupting your apprentice. Okay, all these are very important for you to know which category you're in. Yeah. Okay, that's the reason I said this is a very important lesson that we all must learn. That is the reason I start putting everything in order in the PowerPoint. Okay, and then if you're a journeyman, you consult your heart in all matters, get excited about things that spark our emotion and creativity and are not afraid to show it. Recognize that worry and anxiety means that you're thinking too much and therefore do physical exercise to stop this. Okay, I think most of us are in the journeyman process. And if you're a master, you recognize your heart is the voice of your spirit and engage it fully on every matter. So these are the 4 categories. Now, let us discuss what category we are in. Each of you, short. Okay, just one sentence where you are. Okay, let me see. You all can unmute yourself, right? Okay, we start with Shema. Shema, which category?
Journeyman.
Okay, Mona?
Journeyman also.
Kalia?
Journeyman akka.
Raji?
Raji or Rajesh?
Raji.
Raji myself. Okay. I would say I'm an apprentice.
Awesome. Okay. Krishnaveni?
I'm journeyman.
Rajesh?
Okay, I'm a journeyman. Actually, my home name is Raji. That's why I got confused for a
Oh,
moment.
it's okay. It's okay. Dah. Sheila?
I think in certain way I'm in apprentice and certain way I'm in certain issues I'm in journeyman.
Majority.
Mix up.
Where is the majority of the thing lies?
I have to read again this. So my apology really for this chapter for today I did not finish reading. I'm very sorry. So
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
You,
really,
you decide for yourself, okay? You decide which one it is and then come back and tell us in our WhatsApp group, okay?
Sure, thank you.
Mr. Maniam?
I think apprentice.
Apprentice. Good. Nalis? Nalis? Okay.
Sorry, my okay. Student.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so now we all know in which area we are in, and now we have to work on that area. Okay, so please, please, please share your experiences with us. The more you share, the better it is for you because you learn better and you are actually teaching other people from your experiences. So that's the reason we always say share your experiences. You know, and whenever you share, Ayappa says, whenever you share, you grow. So the fastest way to grow is to share. So please share, okay? Okay, now let's go back again to the thing and let's my PowerPoint. Let's go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, let's see where I am. Okay, if you are a student, I want each of those who have said they are student, please work on this 4. And these are the activities that you must share with us at the end of the week. Understand what I'm saying? Somebody say yes.
Yes, Tila.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I can't see you guys, you see, that's why. Okay. If you are apprentice, this is what you must do. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the things that you have to do as your exercise. And if you're a journeyman, these are the 4 things that you have to do as your exercise. And 5, if you're a master, this. Sometimes I feel I'm a master, but in my heart, I know that I'm still a journeyman. Okay. So are you all very clear what I want you all to do?
Yes. Akka.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
Awesome.
Tila.
Awesome. Now let us talk about last week's activity. Anyone did last week's activity? Last week, our soul plan was, okay, our soul plan was, I got it, refer back. So this week, lesson 4, your soul lesson is feeling is the fuel of creativity. Your soul purpose is follow your heart. So this is for the week after that we're going to do this. But for the next week until Wednesday, I want you all to do this exercise and share with me. Okay. So last week soul plan is thought creates. Your soul purpose is to create intentionally. How many of you created intentionally? Share with us. I didn't
Okay.
create anything.
I created 2 and it already manifested even before today's class. So the first one was, like I shared in the group, it was a program that I supposed to do with a team. Okay. And initially the intention, we had very good intention to do the program. So all of us agreed. But I came to find out that I came to know that the person who in charge of this entire program has not having the right intention. So I thought in the beginning, I'm being negative. So I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't judge people. So I keep reminding myself, I shouldn't judge. Let the universe deal. So I told the universe, if it is not right, let me know with good proof. Like how Ayappa goes, first confirmation, second confirmation. So I waited for confirmation. I was keep receiving a lot of negative confirmation. It means it's aligning with my thought. It means it's saying that what I think about this is correct. The intention is not right, and I should not run this program. So the person who can, stop this program from happening is not me. I don't have the authority. The person who holds the authority is very fearful and not dare to stop the program because of another superior person. Okay. So what happened? I was in the middle of these two. So, and I don't want to go and try to, change this person's mind to stop the entire, who has the authority to stop by talking to the superior. Then only I came to this lesson. So when I came to this lesson, I got, wow, shall I put an intention? See whether it works or not. So I wrote in a book exactly what is mentioned in journeyman exercise. I wrote in the book, every day I'll look at it, I read, and then I focus on it. I put everything in past tense as it is already happened. But I have so much like what Master Latila said about today's lesson. I had so much of heart and soul into this thing. It's really touching my feeling. I really wanted this to happen. So I know it will happen. I had some kind of confidence in me that this will definitely happen. I don't even have so much doubt about it. But I just waiting for the time. And then to my, what happened after I keep looking at, focusing on it for the past, without fail for past 3 days. And in between when I'm free, I'll keep, focusing on that. And then what happened, that person who, I told you authorized to stop this program, bluntly called that superior person and say everything openly that they have to cancel because they're not receiving any response, good response, and they're not going to do it. And that was really because this person that I mentioned, who's very fearful, I didn't expect that person to be so blunt. Suddenly, all of the sudden, I don't know where the braveness came for them, for him to go and say it just like that. He was very fearless. Then I was so shocked to hear from him. And I said, yeah, I did that. He said, wow, great. I said, great. And finally, we have, stopped that program from continuing because I told one thing when I wrote in the book that it's for the betterment of others, not my personal feelings in there. It's for the betterment of others. I have feeling to stop, but it's basically selflessly I did it. That one I know for sure, selflessly, because if this program goes on, it's going to affect a lot of things. The person involved and also the outsiders, the public. I know how it's going to affect. I already got the confirmation from the universe. So that's why I was working very hard on it. I put heart and soul. And this lesson really helped me. All that while it was like, dangling. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I was like cracking my head. When is this going to stop? So finally, when I came across this lesson, it's like I feel like it's actually planned for me, something like that. So I quickly started to follow the activity, and it happened. So that's my experience from my side. And then the second one also, I just updated. I forgot to update. It happened only yesterday, manifested yesterday. It is, actually, we were doing pyramids, the copper pyramids for a lot of Malaysian masters, but not many. And every time when they give me orders, I take a very long time to do. So, and we don't have a proper place to do. So sometimes it takes a lot of time. Then I always have an intention that I must have a proper place so that people will come, sit, meditate under the pyramid, and then they see whether they really can connect with it, and then they get themselves one. I don't want them to come and blindly get it from me. I always have this intention. I want them to sit under it, feel the energy, they can resonate, then I'm very happily I can sell it to them. So I had this intention for very long, and it never happened. So whenever the order comes, it takes very long, and I don't like to break my promises, extending promises. I hate to do that. If I say this date, it must be out. So it was like that. My husband is the one who's helping me out. I keep telling him, he never listens. He never work on that, getting a proper place. And money was another concern because we don't earn much from this, making the pyramid. We don't earn much. We give very reasonable price. So that's why he said, you wait. And then again, I use this activity. I start writing what I really wanted. Within weeks, 1 week only, I don't know how my husband worked like a robot. He found a place, got everything, and to my surprise, he created a beautiful pyramid, copper pyramid. I got a shock. I was like, how you did that? It's a huge one, middle of that particular place. So he did a few examples and keep around it. So those who come, they sit exactly how I imagined. I didn't even tell him. How I want it to be, but it was just like that. So I was like, oh my God, this is really working, man. So I was so happy with that. Lesson 3, really happy. I did the activity and it manifested and top of the world. Thank you so much, Masatila.
Amazing, Shema, amazing. Listening from you, I'm really, really inspired, I think all of you will be inspired Same,
Thank
okay?
you. Thank you.
You see,
Yep.
it happens. It really happens if you put your mind, your heart, and your feelings into your manifestation. Okay? Anyone else want to share? Okay, I decided not to force anyone because we are adult. We know our responsibility. So please come forward and share. The more you share, the better, the faster you grow. So please share. I see some chat going on. Krishna Veni says, wow. Veni, you want to share anything? Kalia says, congratulations.
Okay, Tilama, maybe I share my thoughts.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's about the other day I shared in the group also.
Mm-hmm.
I have been longing for my children's love now. I would say that now because I always have an anger with them because they don't appreciate. I have this kind of feeling now, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought they need to understand me. They need to understand that why I was a strict mother. Actually, I'm a strict mother. I'm not a friendly mother.
Mm-hmm.
So last week when they came back, I can feel their love, no? So I feel like, oh, okay, it's working. So what I was longing for is happening.
Did you co-create the love?
Yeah.
You did, huh? Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, dear.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. You see, anything is possible if you put your mind and heart to it. Okay. Does anyone else want to share? Mr. Maniam, what about your football association? What is happening there?
Good, master. Good, very good.
Are you
We have.
co-creating?
Yeah. I'm co-creating also.
Do you see any
Uh,
difference?
yes. I can see different. Even today, friendly match, we win 4-1. First, we are losing 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Then I write into the book,
Mm-hmm.
manifest, and important is next week, Wednesday, we are playing with JDT, and I try my best to manifest and do this so-called so maintaining that so next Wednesday we will see the result. Of
Awesome.
course, only myself, if I think also very difficult because like last week I told, I think it's about one team together.